New Year, everybody. This is my first video, so yay for first videos and starting the new year. I'm going to teach you guys about the basics of hooping. A lot of people have asked to hear advice and different tips on things that I do, so I wanted to start with the very basics and then go from there. Your hoop size is very important. This is a custom hoop that I made. When you get a hoop, you want to start and measure and get a tape measure and start from your feet and then measure to your belly button. One problem that I ran into when you start with a heavier hoop, if you're tall, is that it's really big and bulky. When you spin it around, you really have to put your hips into it. So that's just one downside. If you're a tall person, maybe go with a lighter weight hoop. There's different sizes and there's different weights. So just do a little bit of research, and I'll have some links attached to the bottom of my blog for you all to see, so you can try that. Now I'm at one called a Poly Pro. You don't want to start out with these until you're better at hooping. It's really lightweight. You're not going to feel the hoop, so when you're trying to learn tricks and different maneuvers, you'll probably end up hitting yourself in the face, or you'll drop it, hit yourself in the head. We all do it. Just pick it up and do it again. It does hurt though, so be careful. One thing is, if you're trying to start hooping, it is important to get a hoop from a hoop vendor or someone from Etsy, somebody that knows about hoops. If you just pick up a hoop from like the dollar store or just from some random place, it's not going to work. It's a kid's hoop. It's not made to dance with. It's not made to move around like you should. It's only meant to just go in a circle. Alright, so I'll start with my big hoop, since that's how we want to get started. And basically, to get started, you'll want to do a little warm-up. Sometimes I'll just spin it around in my hand. And you want to make sure that when your hand position is that you keep it right in here between your thumb and your pointer. Like make a little L and just spin it around. And if you keep it in there, you have a lot more smooth rhythm. If you try to spin it on your wrist, you're going to hurt yourself. So you want to keep it in your hand. And then to switch to the other hand. And this is just getting acclimated with your hoop. I'm not as good with my left. It's something I need to work on. But you can spin it around. And then I'll just do a little spin. I'll walk around it, just getting warmed up, getting loose. And then I'll step into it. And then you spin. You spin it around. You want to keep it right. Most of us girls have where our hips and our waist meet in just a little bit. That's where you're going to want to start spinning your hoop. And a lot of people, when they start hooping, they like gyrate like crazy, and you don't really need to do that. You just need to kind of let it move. It's weighted, so you're not going to have to put a lot of effort into it right now. And you just kind of roll your hips back and forth. And just do that. And you can see I'm trying to keep it right between here. Right in the middle of my waist. And you're going to feel it hitting the back part of your back. And just right on the sides of your hips. You don't want to hit it down too far in your hips all the time. When I first started, I got a lot of bruises and it hurt. And you don't want to keep it there for long. If you're moving around with your hoop, moving it up and down, you're going to move your body in a different position. But for now, you just want to stick right in the center. And normally I'll do this for a few minutes just so I get warmed up. Feel body flow. It is really cold down here today. Middle of winter. So I will do that. And that is the very, very, very basics of hooping. So if you have any questions, you can leave a comment on my blog. And I hope you all enjoyed it, and Happy New Year.